This part of the vignette demonstrates how an online screening program can help students self-identify issues and situations in their lives that need attention. As part of the program initiation, John is doing some trial demonstrations in classes on campus to gather data and establish a baseline stress level for students at his college. Next year, the program will be administered to all incoming freshmen, to at-risk students, students on academic probation, with disciplinary problems, or in violation of the college alcohol and drug use policy, and to any students who self-identify as needing counseling services. In conjunction with his audio-visual presentation, John describes a series of perceived stress situations and poses questions about alcohol and drug use in the past week to the students. He uses polling software to allow students to respond immediately to the questions, and then he reveals the aggregate classroom levels for each question in graphic form. John then invites students to assess where they stand in relation to the group average. Some students are experiencing a good bit of stress, and some of these students may be drinking to cope with that stress at times. He then tells the class they can use the online program to learn more about stress and how to manage feeling overloaded without having to go to a therapist or counselor right away. He lets them know that they can take a personal assessment, get feedback, learn about stress and how it affects the body, and practice some healthy coping skills like exercise, meditation, deep breathing, and music to counteract those effects. John makes sure to tell them that, if after trying out the program, or even without reviewing the program, they want to seek professional help, they can visit his clinic or check the program website for contact information on other local services. After conducting one such classroom presentation, John stays to answer questions. Several students approach him, one of whom is Amy. She is concerned about some of her scores on the stress scale, which are higher than those of her peers. John makes an appointment for her to come to the mental health center so that they can talk in more detail.
So how are you?
Sort of bad. I'm worried because my score on the stress test that you have us in class yesterday was in the high range. I know I've been under a lot of pressure, but it worries me that my scores are so high.
Well, I'm glad you came in. Is there anything you're worried about?
I don't know if I'd call it worried. I'm from out of town. I'm here on full scholarship. I'm supposed to maintain a 3.0 grade point.
Well, what happened?
The work is really hard, and I'm having trouble focusing. Maybe I just don't belong here.
How do you think I could be helpful?
You can fix me.
What would that mean? To fix you?
If I lose my scholarship, I'm in trouble. I really need to get my grades up, so that's really stressing me. Then, on the other hand, because I'm so stressed, I have trouble sleeping, trouble motivating myself to study, trouble with almost everything.
So, if I understand correctly, you need to find a way to bring your grades up, and that'll take off a lot of stress? Reducing the stress some will make it easier for you to get your grades up.
I guess so. I started feeling terrible, now I'm eating more, and I'm 10 pounds heavier than when I got here last fall. I spend so much time studying that I haven't made a lot of friends. Other people go out and have a good time, and I spend most of my time in my dorm room.
Things are piling up.
I'm not sure that this school is the right place for me. But I also don't think I need counseling or therapy. By the time I get ready to come over here, then get back to the dorm, I've wasted at least a couple of hours that I could spend writing a paper or being in the library. I just need to get my grades up.
Additional avenues for non-crisis support. The disadvantages are the lack of immediacy of in-person meetings. It poses potential difficulties with understanding how to use the program. It provides diagnostics without clear, scheduled follow-up and an action plan. Lastly, these are contraindicated for work with suicidal, homicidal or psychotic clients. In gauging the advantages and disadvantages of using web-based counseling, or any given technology in clinical practice, remember that, as always, use of good clinical judgment is imperative.
I can understand your feeling that coming here just adds something else to your workload. But would you be willing to check something out? I have an idea about helping you get started on taking some action without having to come over here. Something you can do on your own time, if you are willing to explore it.
It won't hurt.
Would you be willing to check out a website? It's the program I spoke about in class.
Well, I guess so.
The first thing you'll do in the program is log in with the username and password that you devise, so that all of your information is confidential and accessible only to you. Once you're logged into the program, you'll then complete a personal profile that includes questions about your level of stress, the kinds of things that stress you out, and what you currently do to manage stress when you're feeling overloaded. It's a slightly longer version of the questionnaire you took in the classroom. You'll get feedback, tips, and information based on your profile. Then you'll have access to the information, interactive tools, and other activities in the program that you can review in whatever order you wish, whenever you wish. The tools and activities will help you identify triggers for what stresses you out, strengthen your coping skills for managing stress in healthy ways, and learn how to avoid stress, such as through time management strategies and getting good sleep. You can use these tools however you want, and you can add the ones that you find particularly helpful to a personal, interactive action plan that you can develop.
Can I use my phone to get into the program, or just my laptop?
Do you have a smartphone?
I do.
Then, you can use your phone. Why don't I give you the link to the website?
You mean right now, like here in your office?
Yes, let's be sure you can access the program. Then we'll take a minute to look over some of the content and see if you have any questions.
Some ways to encourage clients to use and continue using web-based programs are: to give clear instructions about what to expect from the program and how to access the website. Demonstrate access and use of the program before the client leaves your office. Emphasize confidentiality and protection of private information like passwords. Use a reminder system, such as text messaging, email, or an electronic calendar. Invite clients to report, in and out of the office, their successes and struggles with the program. And lastly, use secure video conferencing, encrypted email, or secure text messages to highlight client improvements and thereby promote motivation to continue use.
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff here.
It's a comprehensive program to help people manage a variety of situations in their lives. I'm particularly interested in you looking into the stress management resources in the program. You can go on there and pick out the ones that you think will best meet your needs.
What that means?
You access the program, you'll answer some questions. Then you'll get feedback, just like you did in class earlier in the week. Based on your profile, it will highlight areas for you to check out on the site. I remember that you mentioned time management. This program has some tools to help you with that and also some other stress management techniques, like meditation and mindfulness.
Not really into that new age stuff.
Some people think of it as new age stuff, but it might be something that you want to check.
Is it like stretching?
Something like that. It's stretching your mind.
That sounds interesting. How does that work?
Well, it involves several steps. There are some assessment tools to help you evaluate how you use your time, and the program will give you information about ways to manage your time better. There are even some functions that actually help you make a plan for how you can use your time more effectively. Just go on the website and choose the time management and stress management tools you'd like to start with.
I'm not sure about this, but I'll check it out.
Let's check back in a few days. Check out program, and then we can talk about it.
But it was a hassle to come here. Is it okay for me to just send you an email or a text?
Well, my reservation about that is that email isn't confidential. What if we do this? We have an encrypted email system here at the center, so I'll send you an email through that system right now. Then, when you reply to let me know how things are going in a week or so, that reply email will be encrypted. But be aware that anyone who might have access to your phone or your email will have access to our communication. Are you okay with that?
Wow, not really. Maybe I should just give you a call.
Okay, I'll look forward to your call in a few days. Do you have Skype or a similar video conferencing app on your computer?
Yeah. I use it with my parents every week and call friends back home with it.
Great. Just call me, and we can video chat. My email is john@localbhc.com.
Okay. I like the idea of not having to come here every week. I'll just use the website in the next couple of weeks and check in by video chat to let you know how things are going.
Sounds good. It was great to meet you, and I look forward to working with you.
Yeah, me too.
During the next month, Amy uses the website on a number of occasions. She especially benefits from the time management, stress management, and sleep-related components of the program. She and John have 2 video chats during this month. She assures John that she will call if she begins to experience more distress than she is comfortable handling her own. Counselors and administrators should be sure that clients fully understand how their agency's web-based communications system works so that clients have realistic expectations about counselor availability, how long it may be before they receive responses to messages they send, and how the system is monitored. For example, will clients receive feedback? What are the client's expectations about feedback?